right, today we're looking at all of Jordan Love's dropbacks from the preseason game. Not many, a lot of run plays, and I think we had 7 pass dropbacks, 1 with a penalty. So let's look at all of them here. We're going to start with, we got the little ticker up front here, or up top. Let me do that in yellow. So we got the personnel, down and distance, all this. This is the first play of the game, the penalty, I guess. So we're not looking at that because that was a no play that was stopped. So we got 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends. We get the motion, condensed look up here. They're running something called, this is a staple concept for them. They got a concept on each side. We got Hank and we got dagger. Looks like a middle read dagger. And so we've got a little hitch and a flat for a quick game. Then over here, we got this little vertical route and then an in cutter. I think they're going to drop to too high, and so the tight end here, the vertical, is going to attack through the middle here. But you're reading here, this is a 3-step to, what's dagger, 5 or 7, I think. So you read the 3, 3's not there, you go to 7, you go to the backside. So it's they did this a lot. They liked this pairing a lot last year. So you've got the quick hitting 3-step concept to one side. If you don't like that, transition to your other footwork. You work the backside and you work that dagger, likely hitting this in cutter off of dagger is kind of what you're looking at there. So you're thinking with the 3-step, you're moving these guys a little bit, middle's vacated, you're vacating that there and you're just hitting that middle is kind of what you're looking at there. So, but you're looking 3-step first. It's 1st and 5, man. We're reading these guys. What are they doing? We have got kind of reading a couple different guys here. Be looking to see, what's he going to do? Is he staying at home? If he stays at home, you got this hitch. Again, you got the hitch in the flat is Hank. If he's staying at home, hitch is probably dead. What does this guy do? Is he hanging back? If so, maybe throw the flat. You kind of read this inside out. If this guy here, if the inside man travels with the flat, throw that hitch. No muss, no fuss. Get your 3 to 5 yards out of that. Get a first down or get a 2nd and 1 or something. So that's what Love's going to do. You're reading that stuff out first. Man vacates. You've got back. He's kind of out a little bit. Got a little pocket there. Throw the hitch. Easy peasy, man. Throw the hitch. That's what Love's going to do. Hit the top of that drop. Get the ball out. Going to watch him. Doop. Set. Throw. Away from the inside. This man is drawn out. He's out a little bit. I don't know why that's not working for me. There we go. So he's throwing it away from the inside. Nicely done. Dobbs grabs it. Cannot haul it in. Sauce Gardner, I believe that is. Punches that out. We're going to have... just right over here is where right side of the screen. We're not going to look at it too much here. So we get right there. Kraft's going to run the flat. We're going to get the hitch in behind it. 27 there is going to vacate, and that's when we're reading. Look at that. Ball's already out. He's turning. Ball's already out. Throw away. Cannot haul it in. That stinks. Good process from Love. I mean, that's Kraft mentioned after the game in an interview. I think he said. It was all day 1 install stuff. He's right. This is just day 1 install. I mean, they ran quick game on their 7 snaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Love's 7 dropbacks were just with 3-step quick game primary. So they were pretty standard on the stuff they're running here. Nothing too crazy. Not surprising. So we've got Dragon and Lion. This is kind of how I typically tag these. Slant flat to this side, and then kind of I think that's kind of like a little clear here. Then double slants behind it is what we're gonna run. 3rd and 1. He's gonna read out this side first. Jets do a good job disguising this. He's kind of looking down the middle. He sees this guy here bailing there, so he's looking to throw. I think it's Golden in the slot there. He's looking to throw the slant to Golden right there, who kind of does a good job. I mean, works out. You need to win inside on this. Works out. Works back in. He's got him beat. You're clearing stuff there. Problem is this guy. So if Love is staring down Golden, he throws this to Golden. He's not, and that gets immediately undercut. See, Love will pull that down. We'll see what's on the backside there. Fire. Nicely fired, man. By Dobbs. Wrestling a little bit. Goes over. Cannot haul it in. Nice throw. Again, same thing with Hank a little bit, where you're that last one. He's clearing, and so you're just throwing behind it. That guy's the wild card. This is nicely done by Love. I mean, he kind of sets these. It's not mirrored. It's a different concept on each side, but there's 3-step. So usually you're throwing that first one. He doesn't like it, which is good. He's able to reset and fire still in time. Dobbs is hung up a little bit, so that's part of it. But you can see him 44 right here in the middle is patrolling, and he's just reading. It's 3rd and 1. They're probably doing something quick game. You can see his helmet, that stripe on his helmet. He's reading that guy. He looks over, but he sees him. I mean, if he throws this, Golden, you can't see him. Golden's over here. Linebacker's looking at undercut. It's a really good job by Love. He's in position to throw. Watch his feet. Doop, doop, doop. He's set to throw. If he throws, I mean, maybe that gets completed, but 44 is looking to undercut it. Nicely done on the footwork. Doop, doop, doop. Throw. Doesn't like it. It's going to get undercut. Work back. Move that foot a little bit. You're now throwing through that window there. Set and fire. Accurate throw, man. I mean, Gardner's all over him. Knocks it away. That's a good throw. That's tight coverage by Sauce Gardner. Not a ton you can do about that. I think that's good process by Love. The fact that he saw that linebacker, doesn't throw that. I like that play. This one here. Drops will kill you, brother. So this is... Look at this. This is going to be incomplete to Malik Heath at the top. I'm pointing with my finger. You can't see what I'm doing. They're running a little clear. It's got this kind of divide concept, I guess, a little bit. Kind of plays out like smash fade, really, is what you're doing. So you've got the kind of hitch there. You got that fade up over the top. Packers love that. It's something, I mean, Rodgers love to throw a bunch, especially against single high. You throw that, and you get this kind of follow a little bit and cut in there, and you get kind of check and releases over here, if I'm not mistaken. What you're doing if you're reading this concept over here, you're reading high-low, you're reading this guy here. You're putting him in conflict. If he runs, if no one else falls underneath, obviously, if he runs back and falls underneath that slot fade, all right, man, we're taking the hitch. If he stays somewhere in the middle, you throw that slot fade, depending on, obviously what the safeties are doing. But what you're trying to do, Love's going to read this out. Looks down the middle of the field. They rotate to single high right there. All right, I don't know if they rotate, I guess. They're kind of looking that way anyway. No, they're too high, so they sink a man down. Sorry about that. Rotate him back. And then we got Sauce Gardner on the edge here. Is falling back. That means we got Malik Heath all alone. The kind of the deeper drops when he looks back, and this is safety rotation at this point. I say again, I didn't say anything. So rotating back, when Love sees that rotation, he's falling back. So what we have up here, again, there, but then we also have Golden. When he sees that guy here drop down, they're out. The Golden's out. I think he's just marked that off because you're this cover one sink. You're robbing that right there. You're not throwing that. We don't know what these guys. They're playing a bunch of guys up at the line here. You don't know how deep they're falling at 2nd and 7, but you're not throwing that slot crosser into what you know is a robber. So when he sees that safety rotation, he's already ruling out Golden, which means from there, he's reading over here. Now, if he doesn't like anything over there, if Gardner kind of plays the middle, or if one of them kind of goes over, safety goes over the top, something like that, which we know they're rotating down, they're not going to do. But if Sauce kind of stays in the middle, he's tight enough on there, but you're not going to throw it, but there's also not enough room to the sideline. He's going to work back over here because he got his checkdowns over here. So it really comes down to Golden's out due to the safety rotation. We'll see that happen. Doop, right there. You're robbing that, which means then it comes down to this concept over here. This concept over here, Sauce is running. Heath is wide open. Throw it to Heath. Lead him upfield a little bit so we can get that first down. I mean, that's good process, man. Again, you got the check down. This is one over here that if you look later and go, why didn't he throw here? Well, it's not really open. I mean, 21's there. He has to work back here anyway. I mean, I guess it is open, but he's going to have to work back there anyway. As far as the timing of the concept goes, Golden's out. You're crossing Golden out based on the robber. Sauce is taking him away. So you've got your, I mean, I don't know if this is the first read. He's probably looking to go there first. Then you look to go here. Then you're looking to go here. And if that isn't open, then you work backside. You work to your little check releases over here. Third's open at 2nd and 7. Sticks are right there. Just drops it, man. Just gets his head up. Looking at the guy. I got to beat this guy. We'll look out from the backside. Got a couple more here. Sorry, took a little drink of water. I apologize. There we go. Just a drop, man. That stinks. All right. Set a bunch of quick game concepts. 3rd and 7. This is the Matthew Golden catch, if I'm not mistaken. They're running mirrored lion, I believe, which is just, again, these two follow slants. Quarterback makes a decision here. A lot of times say mirrored. It's just you're just splitting this right down the middle, and you say, okay, we're running the same thing on both sides. Some offenses don't like doing this. Some of the Packers used to do a lot with Aaron Rodgers. Loved doing this stuff. Loved the mirrored concepts. They don't do this as much with Love. I think this is just pared down simplicity for preseason because we don't see a lot of mirrored quick game concepts. Lions specifically, I don't love because you're running these like to the exact same location. If you're going to mirror a quick game or if you're going to do quick game, I prefer, something Hank maybe on one side, which we kind of talked about, which would be like, the flat hitch, because then you're not running into each other's zones. So the mirrored line I don't love. Again, this was kind of a Rodgers thing. I think they just did it. I don't think we'll see much of this during the season. But you just pick the side pre-snap. One of the reasons LaFleur doesn't do a lot of mirrored, it depends on what the defense is doing, and you can kind of pick matchups, but also some of what the secondary is doing a little bit too. You pick which side you want to throw to. This is just matchup based, it looks like here. Now, it looks a little muddier on this side to me. And you've got these guys, you're not sure what they're going to do. But I think Love wants to get this ball to Golden right there on the outside. And so he's kind of reading a guy there. Really what you're trying to do with this, you're reading this inside out, but you want that guy, if he's taking this defender with him, you're not following someone underneath, you're either throwing to that, and if you're not throwing to that, you're throwing behind him. Because that first route clears out space for the backup. That's what you're trying to do. And we go right there. Love's going to see. We'll look at the backside of his helmet. He's going to look over there. That guy's coming. He's not falling back into zone. That guy's traveling, which means we have right there. We just need Golden to win inside. Golden's going to win to the inside. Nicely done on the route. Not too much. Gets upfield. Nicely done. We'll look at the read from Love. And again, a little muddied over here. I would have thought, honestly, just pre-snap, maybe he's picking the right side more than the left side, just because there's not as much mess. There's not as much questions as far as like post-snap, who's falling, all of that stuff. But I think he wants to get this ball to Love or Golden. And a lot of times this stuff, too, this quick game where you just need someone to win this specific, this kind of concept. What do I like for my matchup? What do I like what the defense is giving? This ball's got to be out. But if I need someone to win to the inside, who do I trust to win to the outside? I need someone who's going to win within 3 steps, then I can fire this sucker. And also, I think you just want to get the ball to Golden here. I think all that stuff kind of plays into it. So we're going to watch. So Musgrave here is going to be the initial. And there he goes. Once that guy declares, again, bam, bam, he follows. Love's going to hit that 3rd step. And fire. Nice base. Fire. Beautifully done. Leads to the inside. Good hands catch by Golden, where you can catch and get upfield. Picks up 7 on 3rd and 7. Nicely done. I mean, would have been cool if Golden had a really huge day, but it's one catch. One catch was a good one. Good process by Love. Enjoyed that one. This is the only one I think that's pretty ugly. And this is just not ugly, just bad. This is just he misses Musgrave in the middle. And it's just, this is a timing thing. They're running, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what it is. They're running verts. He's running up the pipe. You got to kind of out and up there, and then you just run a vertical there. So he's picking based on what he's looking at. Pre-snap, post-snap, we got a too high look here. They're in 12 personnel. Is that Kraft, I think, is there on the inside here. So he's looking at, okay, what are they doing? What are these safeties doing post snap? They're kind of inside. They're bailing. So if they're bailing, I think the Jets are running. I mean, they're not even running Tampa because that guy's not even falling with them. So post snap, you got these guys here. Is this cover 2? Is this quarter? These guys staying pinched, or are they falling out? Based on how these guys are up here, this looks like probably too high. He's fallen. What that means is you have a big old zone right in the middle of the field, which is exactly where Musgrave is bending. That's Musgrave there. He's bending right to the middle, which is awesome. Where's he there? He might be on the outside there. We'll have to look at that again. Yeah, he's in the slot. So Musgrave's going to bend right up the middle, splitting these guys. Now, timing on that, once they see he's coming up the pipe, you're running these verticals on the outside, so you're kind of taking these guys out. But once he's free and you're going to pass off from the middle linebacker, if that's his Tampa, he's running with him. He's not running with him. So that's open. We're going to see the timing on this. We've got now, and Love's getting ready to throw. You can see the safety reacts. I mean, that looks open. That's not really open because when Love's throwing, when he's dropping back, he's bailed. He's over the top. Like, that's not open. When he throws it, that sucker's not open. What needs to happen, this is just a timing thing, Love needs to throw now. All right, you got these dudes out. They're out. I don't know, he's got the guy there. I think he wants to wait a little more time. He wants to sidestep a little. I think maybe he doesn't feel comfortable stepping up and throwing. You need to step up and throw. Maybe he's waiting to see if that linebacker declares, where do I need to put this ball? Because if he's falling back, if he's got his hips turned, if he's running Tampa, this ball needs to go over the top of that man there who's going to be trailing to the inside, but before those guys can get there. So I think he's maybe waiting a second on that linebacker. I think he probably just needs to fire that. This guy's looking there. These guys are spread because at the time he fires it, and we'll watch him here. Boom, crow step up and let that sucker go. Instead, he sidesteps the rush. Tom gets beat. I do wonder if Tom doesn't get beat so cleanly, so immediately off the edge, if he just lets this go, if he feels that pressure around his feet. See that instead of stepping up, he's got a pocket. I mean, instead of sidestepping, because you can watch him, if he steps up and fires right now, he's got this. Instead, he sidesteps, and by the time he gets back to it, those guys are reacting and that window's closing. Those guys are in the middle. You've already got them, but you're past him already. That little sidestep kind of kills him. So that's again, I don't know if that's recognition or if that's just timing, and then he kind of overshoots Musgrave there, but that is once he hits the top, and we'll look at this. I mean, this is the one play that I'm like, that wasn't great. Right here. And you can kind of see him there. He's got his hips turned. So again, if he's running with Musgrave, like maybe that's it. But also, he's not in a position to really run. He's not bailing. He's just turned. But right now, I mean, you can see, Tom's getting beat right there. And so, but that is a step, hop up, step up in the pocket. Instead of stepping up and throwing, that's right there. He does a little step, chuck it. Throw it right there, man. I think he's waiting on a linebacker, but you can see the linebacker. I keep pointing. You guys can't see when I'm pointing. I think he's waiting for that linebacker. Linebacker's not moving. He's got this. Step up, throw. Dupe, throw. He doesn't. That little sidestep thing kills him. It's just, again, that's a weird, and then the ball's not where it's supposed to be. Musgrave is further in the route than he should be if he just hits it because the timing's thrown off a little bit. So this is the only one to me, I think, of all the ones that we've seen, all the ones that we're going to look at. And we got, I think, two more. The next one we probably won't look at too much just because it was a penalty. But of all the ones that we're going to look at, this is the one where it's like, I mean, the read is fine. The initial read, he's got him. He's got Musgrave up the pipe. He's got the safety spreading the post-snap look married with what the pre-snap was. I know I've got this. I think he's hung up slightly on that linebacker. This seems like one. When he crow hops up again, he's got to let that sucker fly. Just that little sidestep. I don't know if he's uncomfortable in the pocket, but that little jump out of the way from the pressure kind of kills this one. So not the best one from Love on that front, but but that's about the only one. All right, two more. Dragon. Then this is one. This is incomplete. This is Dragon with Lion backside, I guess. So we've got dupe, slant. That's who he's going to throw to. Flat. And we got that follow over here. Again, this is very simple. It's all they've run the same concept over and over again. So he's going to wait for that man to clear. We talked about. He's kind of got eyes on. Linebacker's got eyes on, so he's got to wait for a second. But you're firing into that window there. He's going to fire into that window. On the wrapper on Dragon. Fire. Good read. I mean, that's first read. 3-step. It's exactly what you want to do. He waits for him to clear until he declares he's clearing. He's not going to step into that window. And he throws. Nicely done. I got nothing else to say about that one. That's good. It's a defensive pass interference. That's a good read. Good throw. You just Sauce gets there a little early, and that's that. Good job. All right, last one. This is the sack. This is ugly. Now, LaFleur talked about this one afterwards, so we'll talk about that a little bit. 3rd and 4, 11 personnel. We've got 1 running back, 1 tight end. We've got the stack over here. Romeo's going to go in motion. We've got to kind of, let's call it smash choice. Romeo kind of breaks in on that. So Dobbs breaks in on that. So you've got this, have a choice route and a corner route. So kind of again, smash choice. Now, the playbook on this, the LaFleur's playbook is out of this stack, this choice route, you arc out, you're beating the man across from you, you're reading, and then you've got 3-way. If you can break out, you can sit, or you can break in, and it all depends on what kind of what they're doing. So you want to beat the man across from you, but you have to be cognizant of the guy on the inside. So that's what we're doing. Arcing out, reading that guy. Arc out, reads. Now there's guys here, a guy in the middle, there's a guy here. Since there's outside leverage, Romeo's not breaking out. Dobbs not breaking out. So his options are sit, turn back, or go in. Since this guy's here and loves seeing this, since that guy's here, he's assuming a sit from Dobbs. This is 3rd and 4. We can get the 4 with the sit route. We're just going to go ahead and take this. That's what he's looking for. Get your feet set. He's ready to throw. Doop-doo-doo. Bump, bump, bump. Romeo takes a minute to come out of the break. By the time he's out, he runs to the inside. Right there. Love expecting him to be... I don't know why I did that in blue. Expecting him to sit here. Throw. Fire. Probably, away from the inside man. We got that man out now. Because I don't know what that was. We throw that quick. Instead, he kind of panics. It's not there. Throw's not there. Tom beat again to the inside on a spin this time. So he's kind of in scramble mode. I think he sees that lane there. At this point, it's just broken. I'm just going to try to run this. They converge. I probably should just get down. Try to make something happen. You can see briefly he's like, I'm going to throw the Dobbs. Then he thinks better of it. But that looks like the timing here is just a choice route. Maybe a little slow in the choice route. But then also the big thing is he's not sitting where he's supposed to sit. And you can see, and then 9 just gets, just beats Tom clean, brother. Just beats him clean. Tom gets him the inside, gets him on the ground. So he does have a little more space by that point. Thrown off his spot. Dobbs isn't where he's supposed to be. You can see him briefly. Look at that. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. But he decides to pull it down. Takes a sack. Goes down. So we look at 7 plays. 7 plays. We got the DPI and the 1. All of them were pretty good process, I think. The only one that I really take issue with was that overthrow to Musgrave, and that was a, I don't know if he was waiting for the linebacker, if that was Tampa, who was waiting for him to declare. I don't know if it was the pressure that had that extra little step to the side. I'm not sure exactly what it was. That's the only one that, it feels like, I assume if you ask him specifically about that play, he'll say, I need to get better about that. I need to just throw that. I need to trust that. That's probably where he would be on that, would be my guess. That's not really take issue with. You can take issue with this one if you want as well. Tom getting beat clean immediately, and then Dobbs not. Again, it's a choice route. It's 3-way go, and that's the communication thing, and you're trying to clean some of that stuff up in the preseason. Quarterback and the receiver didn't see it the same way. And when you get the choice route stuff, that can be really dangerous if those guys are on the same page. If they're not on the same page, you will get some ugly stuff like this, or you'll get an interception. And why did he throw that? Well, because he cut it off when he was supposed to run inside, or, the opposite. So, again, you can take issue with some of these. You can take issue with all of them, man. I'm not your mother. It doesn't matter to me. But I think my key takeaways from Love here were, pretty simplistic. Like I said, I think, 4 or 5 of them were quick game stuff. Pretty standard staple stuff. The mirrored lion stuff we're not going to see in season very much at all. We're certainly not going to see this much Dragon, Hank, and Lion together. Those quick game concepts in quick succession. That's not how they operate. I thought Love's process was good. I thought his reads were good. Placement on him was fine. The Musgrave one was off, but we talked about all the reasons for that. For the most part, this could have been better. Obviously, could have been cleaner, but he had the drops. I thought Love's process on all these was pretty good. I don't know, outside the Musgrave one, I don't know that I have any issues with his overall process on these. So, brother, man, I have talked for 25 minutes about preseason football, about Love's 7 dropbacks in the preseason. So I'll probably just call this. I think it's time to call this. If you listen this far, thank you for listening this far. I will probably talk to you later.